Douglas Murray is a British journalist who's written extensively about extremism and who knew many of the journalists who worked for Charlie Hebdo. I asked him for his reaction.
It's not a surprise. Charlie Hebdo's offices have been targeted before. There have been numerous cases now across Europe, across the entire continent, of journalists, artists, cartoonists targeted because they have dared to portray the historical figure of Muhammad or have lampooned Muslim extremists or ISIS and so on. There have been attacks on cartoonists in Denmark, attempted assassinations in Denmark, in Sweden, in other countries in Europe. It's part of a pattern. It's an ongoing pattern.
And does the way this attack was carried out surprise you, seemingly very professionally?
No, it doesn't. I mean, there are some extremists who are not very professional, don't know what to do, and sadly there are some who do know what to do and are trained and are very capable. I think, if I may say so, one of the most important things this time is that there will be a lot of reaction of people saying things like, we must defend freedom of expression, we must stand for freedom of expression. But it really is all empty, if I can say so, because we have been going through this for many years now, and since 2005, at the very least, when the Danish paper Jyllands-Posten published some cartoons which depicted Islam's founder, Muhammad, all of the European and Western press, all of them failed to stand alongside Jyllands-Posten. None of them republished cartoons, except for Charlie Hebdo. And now when everyone says we must stand with Charlie Hebdo, solidarity with Charlie Hebdo, they can't really mean it. Because you and I know the BBC won't dare to show any of these cartoons. No other major journal or newspaper or magazine in Britain or across, I think, most of Europe will dare to show these cartoons. The point is, we say again and again we stand for freedom of expression when we don't really. And we say again and again that we mustn't allow the terrorists to win. And they do, again and again. The terrorists routinely succeed and have succeeded again in shutting down a whole area of discussion, a whole area of debate, and journalists and others and all sorts of people who like to think they're in favour of freedom of speech, in fact, again and again cede the territory to the terrorists. I think it's shaming.
Journalist Douglas Murray.